Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you again for visiting me this week. If you do not know by now, I am a registered dietitian nutritionist. My name is Catrice Mayo. Today, we are going to talk about calcium, vitamin D, and your bones. And before I get into vitamin D, which is like one of my favorite topics, I do want to bring to your attention that with the decrease in estrogen that happens in perimenopause and menopause, that bone mineral density uh, can dramatically decrease. So it's like bone loss can accelerate during the end of the perimenopause years as well as early postmenopause too. And right now, it is October, or it could be by the time this video is posted, we could be in November. But what I want you to know is for those of you who are living north of the 37-degree latitude line, so you may want to check out, okay, what state am I in? And is my state north of this line? If so, that means that during the rest of fall, all of winter into the first part of spring, you are not getting any vitamin D from the sun, or you are barely getting any at all. So for my clients, I always recommend that they take a vitamin D supplement. And there's a certain dosage that I tell them to take, which I'm not going to do that because I am not providing medical nutrition therapy in this space. But I do want you to be aware that because we live indoors and when it is cold outside, everybody wants to be inside. Even for those of you who live south of the 37-degree latitude line, if it is cold where you are, you're going to be indoors all day. So the point is, our main source of vitamin D is from the sun, and there's not a lot of food sources to get vitamin D from. So yes, you can get it from shiitake mushrooms. You can get it from fortified cow's milk, fortified orange juice, wild-caught salmon, pasture-raised eggs. But depending on how often you eat or drink these things, you're probably not getting enough. And most people have vitamin D insufficiency. I like to see vitamin D greater than 60. And if you are a woman of color like myself, depending on the amount of melanin in your skin, so I have, what I call the chocolate spectrum. So white chocolate people need about 20 to 30 minutes of vitamin D from the sun when they are getting it from the sun. But my dark chocolate brothers and sisters that are 100% cocoa, like midnight dark chocolate, may need up to 4 hours to synthesize vitamin D through the skin. The other thing is what we get from the sun when we are getting vitamin D synthesized through the skin from the sun. We get vitamin D2, which is the inactive form. Your kidneys actually convert it to vitamin D3, which is the active form. But if your kidney function is not in a great status, that conversion may be compromised. So that's why it's important to go to your doctor every year for annual checkups. And I highly recommend that you ask them to check your vitamin D status. And you also want to make sure that your renal function tests, so this is going to be the BUN and the creatinine on your annual blood work, just to see if your kidneys are functioning well. Anyways, the other thing is, if you decide to take a vitamin D supplement, you want to make sure that you do take it with a small dose of vitamin K, because vitamin K provides a protective mechanism, meaning that we need vitamin D to absorb calcium. We need it for the health of the bones, right? But if you don't take it with a small dose of vitamin K, then you put yourself at risk of having calcium deposits in your arteries. Okay? When you are a woman who is definitely over the age of 40, and you are at risk for elevated cholesterol levels that happens to come with the erratic change and drops and ebbs and flows of estrogen, or the absence of estrogen in the body. And so having calcium deposits in your arteries isn't going to really help that cholesterol situation. So what I'm trying to say is that when you take vitamin D with K, it helps to reduce the risk of calcification in the arteries, which can cause hardening of the arteries, which can lead to an unintentional heart attack or stroke. But when you have a small dose of vitamin K with the vitamin D, what the vitamin K does is that it helps to move the calcium out of the arteries into the bone. And if you have a family history or a personal history of kidney stones, it may also help to reduce the risk of a calcium oxalate kidney stone. I wanted to talk about that on today because we are getting in a time of year where people are barely getting any vitamin D from the sun. So hope to see you next time. Hope this has been helpful and beneficial to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your loved ones. Have a great day.